Praise God, saints. This is Truth Speaking. Still doing a lot of studying. You know, it seems like America, I told you before, America cannot get out of the Middle East. I know. And this one is called Syria and the Middle East. Set up to World War III. I just want to tell you, you know, we do not need another Middle East war. We're already fighting in Afghanistan and Iraq, which produced nothing. We haven't gained anything there. All we did was cause a lot more people. There's a lot of more people that are dead and maimed of our brave men and women. Let me tell you, first of all, I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. I don't care if you're white or black. I hate and I'm tired of seeing our boys and girls, men and women, coming back in body bags or maimed over foolishness. Do you understand? America, I said before, is not the police force of the world. The more America pull away from God, the more deranged our leaders become. Do you see what they don't want you to mention God anymore, but you see what they're doing now? In the Middle East again. Whatever you do, America will never leave the Middle East with this current crop of politicians that we have. We are not the police force of the world. Do you know, according to Harvard statistics, America spent over $2 trillion on the Afghanistan and Iraq war, $2 trillion. Especially when you factor in the medical care and disability for our injured men and women, our warriors, our fighting men and women. Let me tell you something. Also, we have 860,000 wounded vets home whose benefits haven't even been processed yet. And let me tell you something else that you know here. We have over 100,000 men and women, veterans, soldiers over there right now, and it costs over $150 million a month to feed them. We cannot afford to go over the Middle East and send more troops, which they said it won't be boots on the ground, but you're going to get more Americans killed and more civilians killed, period, because those militia groups already said that they're going to attack American interests over there. You see how Britain pulled back, but they don't want God, though. Yet we want to go over there and try to take over the world. I am tired, and we cannot afford that. We have 23 million, no, actually 26 million Americans who are right here, who are unemployed. There's no jobs, and they are still outsourcing jobs. We need to fix home before we try to go over there and fix somebody else. And plus, you know how much it costs? It's another, I forgot, it's another $6 trillion have to go to rebuild our other two countries that we're already involved in now. Can you imagine how much more if that, like the senator said just then on the news, he said if those governments collapse over there, that's left up to us. Britain used the British Parliament was extremely cautious about it. They don't want any part of it. They said no, and rightly so. There's 196 nations on earth. Nobody want to come in. We're the only nation who want to stick our nose in everybody's business. Let's stop, get the UN together, and sit down and try to figure out some alternative ways to talk to Bashar al-Assad, whatever his name is. I say no more wars. Stop it. You need to sit down and pray. These so-called nation leaders of America should sit down and really get together in one room and pray and seek the Lord's guidance. That's the way I see it. We do not need any more wars. Pray, saints. We're losing our country. And we're going to set up to World War III. I say it again. We're stuck in the Middle East. You can't get out. And it's a setup to a one world government. And it's also, before that, there's going to be a setup to a world war. That's what's coming. God bless you, saints, and pray.